Kwi-PowerPoint.
Yes, PowerPoint presentation is sitawuyenta nje ezisichubeka. Yes, what we will be doing today basically it's computer hardware. So what do we mean by computer hardware? We are talking about all the physical components that make up a computer.
Okay.
Now, if we're talking about those physical components, we are referring to those that we can see and touch.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe one examples of those components we can see and touch.
Okay, kuba ne-monitor.
Yes, monitor, yes.
Kube ne-keyboard.
Yes, keyboard.
Kube ne-mouse.
Yes, keyboard, mouse.
Bese kuba nale central processing unit ngikubita kahle.
Yes, the central processing unit, yes, which is also known as the CPU.
Yeah.
In short,
sekungaba i-microphone.
Yes. Okay. Now, Master Sita Lapo, we are talking about those peripheral devices. Peripheral devices, those are the devices you add on to the computer to improve the functionality. Peripheral is,
Okay.
we can talk about the microphone, we can talk about speakers, we can talk about a printer. You can also print. Those are peripheral devices. Okay. Basically, okay, we have the monitor, the keyboard, mouse, the central processing unit, which is also known as the system unit, or what you call the CPU.
Okay.
Yes, when what you call the computer hardware. Like we've just given the examples. Now, it's very important what like if you want to buy a computer, what do you need to consider when buying a computer or a laptop? Because a computer and a laptop basically they are fun in terms of the hardware specifications. Yes. What do you need to consider when buying a computer?
Okay, I think.
Yes. You think? Okay, bese kumele wena.
What do you need to consider when buying a computer?
Yes.
Okay. Does that apply to both the laptop and the?
Yes, it applies
and the desktop
to both.
or?
Yes, it applies to both. Yes.
Okay, one of the things to consider, I think, it's the size. Or nanti size ngikhuluma ngale internal storage.
Okay. Yes.
Bese kuba the fact ukuthi what do you want to use the computer for? For instance, if you want to use the computer on the go, it's not advisable ukuthi ungathenga i-desktop. So a laptop is much more preferable.
Okay.
So,
yes.
And then maybe sekungaba i-brand ukuthi some brands are better than others.
Okay. Okay. Basically, we are interested in the performance of the computer. Okay. So what affects the computer's performance? Now, we look at things as such as the RAM, ukhulume size.
Yes.
The size siyakhuluma in terms of the RAM. Okay, I'm going to send you some notes. Lata uchaza ngale RAM ukuthi random access memory. That's the RAM. If you are buying a computer, usually they give out the specifications. Because maybe it has got 2 gig RAM or it has got 4 gig RAM. So the bigger the RAM, the faster the computer. So when buying a computer, whether it's a PC or a laptop, it's very important to consider the size of the RAM. But you find that some people only concentrate on the price. Yes. Ukhulumile ukuthi lokunye, it depends ukuthi utayisebenzisela ini computer. Okay. Both a laptop and a desktop. Yes, we know what the laptop is portable. You can carry it, you can move with it around. But also the other important factors like if you are going to use the computer for gaming, for playing games, then you need a bigger computer with a bigger RAM. Other people who need a faster computer besides the people who are gaming or playing games, there are those graphic designers. If you are into graphics, they are cool, or maybe there are those people who are using more Photoshop to edit more photos, to edit movies, movie. Those also people need faster computers because processing movies, processing pictures, requires a computer which is a bit bigger. Una naba labende ma architectures about to be my plan 18. Also those people need bigger computers. Sibona that computer is bigger. Number one, we have to look at the size of the RAM. Okay, RAM. Okay, I'll give my examples, just few examples. Okay, in the past we had 512 megabytes, but now you can hardly find a 1 gig now. Okay, 2 gig, most they have 2 gig, but the newer computers now are about 4 gig, 8 gig, even 16 gig. You'd find others also with 16 gig RAM, very fast. So if you are buying just the RAM alone, if we're talking about a RAM that is 4 gig, if you are buying just the RAM alone, this one 4 gig, we can expect to spend at least 600 just for the RAM alone, 4 gig. So you can imagine if you're going for 8 gig, 16 gig, you can spend as much as about 1,500 just buying the RAM for the 16 gig when they are in, just to improve the performance of the computer. Okay, secondly, we also consider the CPU size. Now, sikhulume leqala nge-central processing unit. Okay, if we're talking about central processing unit, we use that term loosely. Otherwise, CPU, we're talking about the processor size. Yes. Now, a computer yakho it has a processor. So the size of the processor is very important. So there are two types. We have what we call the cheaper processor, which we are using at homes in our laptops, which we call the Celeron. We have what we call the Celeron. That's the process, Intel Celeron. And then we have the one which is a bit expensive, let's say Pentium. Usually, if you're buying a laptop, even a sticker let's show also what do we have inside. Kuyabhalwa Intel inside the Pentium. Now ke kukhona ke lesekukusha ke kunale Pentium where you find ukuthi babhala ukuthi Intel bese kuyasho ukuthi it's core kuna various kune core i3 cala i3 i5 i7. So let me make an example. Okay, Intel core, we have core i3, we've got core i5, and the most expensive one is the core i7. So when you are buying, also okay, don't just there are i7s. There's an core i7. Core i7 in my generations. There's a core i7 which was designed during the time of Windows XP. There's a core i7, same thing with core i5, core i3. There's the one that was designed during the time of XP. There's the one that was designed during the time of Windows 7, because okay, during Windows XP there was no Intel core i3, core i3, core i5, core i7 kalenga Windows 7. Bese ikhona ke le yakhiwe i-core i7 yakhelwa Windows 8. Bese iba khona i-core i7 le yakhelwe Windows 10 because nyalo we are running on Windows 10. So the one, if you can just ask for a quotation, Intel Core i7, a brand new laptop as we speak, it cannot cost you less than 18,000.
Oh.
18,000.
Sorry, will you core i7?
Le Core i7. But the laptops you will find in my furniture shops, because if you go a furniture shop and inquire how much is your laptop, they will tell you something around 5,000, 6,000. If it is expensive, 7,000. My laptops is the first type, the Pentium, the Celeron. Those laptops are cheaper. We stock these laptops, the Celerons. Those are the ones you are going to find in our shelves. Why? Because they are cheaper. People are always looking for the cheap stuff. But we can only use this computer for typing, for internet. And if we want to go under some advanced tasks, matters which require fast computers, fast processors, sesiqala sikhuluma ngalabo core i3, core i5, core i7. Like initially core i7, 18,000. Others they can go up to about 25,000. Core i7. If opponent is the latest generation, the brand new, the current, the runner at this time. Because ikhona ke core i7 umuntu akuthengisela that I'm selling a laptop core i7 at 6,000. But what else do you need to consider? When was it manufactured? That is very important. Because the core i7 that was manufactured in 2015 is not as fast as the core i7 that has been manufactured recently in 2020. So it's very important also to consider that. Now, besides, okay, RAM, processor size. Now, another thing, you need to know the hard drive size. Okay, hard drive size basically is send in for storage. How big is the hard drive for that computer? So if you are buying a laptop, look into all those things. How the size of the hard drive, how big is it? If you are buying a computer today, you are not going to find any laptop a hard drive which is less than 500 gig. So I start from 500 gig, then from there, which is twice as that, we have 1000 gig. 1000 gig is also, that's a 1 terabyte. So the size of the computer also counts. It's how, of the hard drive, how big is the computer? Just for this exercise, you can just go around prices based on the specifications I've just given you. Because every computer, by my specifications, what do you need to look for? The RAM. How big is the RAM? The processor, how big is the processor? And how big is the hard drive? That is very important when you are buying a computer. Very important. Those are the key things that affect the performance of a computer, the speed of the computer. The bigger the RAM, the faster the computer. The bigger the processor size, the faster the computer. Like we have Celeron, we have got Pentium. Celeron, for those basic things. So you can access the internet, you can type your assignments, and so on and so forth. So then we have the Pentium. A Pentium is a bit faster, but Core i3, Core i5, Core i7, not only fast, but it's also very expensive. Now, if you have a laptop, how do you check Lama properties are? Let us say it's not, there are no labels, there are no stickers that show what's the computer engine, because you find with other people that will remove those stickers. Then how do you check the size of the computer? Okay, let me see if I can share this with you. The size of the computer that I'm using. Okay. Okay, I want to share the screen. Want to share? Can you share? Okay, let me see if we can share the screen. I'm not sure whether you can see my screen now.
I still see Lebengubona. Okay, all right. So
yes, what do you see?
The
start, the menu start. Can you see that?
Yes, yes, that menu is born.
Oh, yes. So what you actually do, you click on the start button. I'm using Windows 7, and then you go to computer. You see computer here?
Yes.
Then you right click. When I say right click, you click on the right side of the mouse. If you click on the right side of the mouse, then it will show this menu. Can you see the menu?
Yes.
Then you click on properties. If you click on properties, then yes, tell everything about the computer, you see.
Okay.
It starts with the operating system that has been installed, Windows 7. And then also on the RAM, can you see the installed RAM?
Yes.
Yes, the RAM here, we have got 4 gig. And then the processor, we can also see the size of the processor. Because this machine is Intel Core i5. The CPU we have here is an i5. Then
Core i5.
Yes, that's the Core i5. Yes.
Okay.
Core i5, and then the bonus the operating system are running on a 64-bit. But what is important here in the operating system that is running, the processor, the RAM that has been installed. You can then go further and look at the hard drive size. Hard drive size, you go back to start, and then you open computer. When you open computer, then it will show you the hard drives that are installed. Okay, my computer is showing many hard drives. It's just that I've also connected an external hard drive. But all in all, you can see this one has got 465 gig, and this one has got 68 gig. This one has got 396 gig. That's the storage of the computer. So before you buy a computer, go check inside. Okay, if it's a new computer, it will have those stickers. The hard drive, which is there, how big is the hard drive? Okay, so it said the hard drive is important. Besides hard drive, being dangerous is important. We've said is
The RAM.
The processor. How do you access the
Processor.
Yes, it does it. You go to computer, right click computer, and then you go to properties. Then again, that menu is going to give you everything you need to know about the computer. The operating system, this computer is running on Windows 7 Professional. The processor, this is an Intel Core i5. The memory that is installed here, installed in, we've installed a 4 gig RAM. Then the operating system type is a 64-bit. That's all you have to know about this computer.
Okay.
Before you, if you want to purchase a computer, those are the things you need to take into account. Klambe, are there any questions? Any questions?
Le nyalo wena la usebenzisa Windows 7.
Yes, I'm using Windows 7.
Yeah. Kugcina ku Windows banyelo.
Okay. Now, in my computer, we have Windows. Must come my Windows. What is here in front of me? It's a window.
Okay.
We'll talk more about that in my softwares. Every window in these three things, in a minimize, in a maximize, in a close. That's a window.
Okay.
Sikhuluma ngekuthi lana ke i-window yethu the operating system it's a graphical user interface in my graphics. If you want to print a graphic printer, you can see normal variety print, then you print, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Bengifuna kubuta lokuthi does lokuthi le computer, or should I ask ukuthi lama Windows are installed noma installwa ngo, so that is it something that you will consider if you are buying a computer, or it's not, it
Okay.
doesn't come with the computer?
Okay. Software sometimes it's more expensive when the hardware.
Oh.
But what they actually do, my furniture shops, the computer comes with the Lama software installed. But a trial version, must come a trial version. You can use the software for maybe 30 or 60 days. After 60 days, then the software will ask you for the activation code. As a Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office, lolota another computer a furniture shop. After 30 or 60 days, but actually your product needs to be activated. And again, You cannot do anything. You need to buy
Okay.
that software. Or if you are looking for a genuine Microsoft Office, you can spend around about 2,000 or 3,000 buying that thing alone.
Mm.
Yes. Also, computer yasesitolo it an antivirus. Also, that antivirus data now is just a 30 day. You can only use it for 30 days. After that, you need to buy the software. How do you buy it? You buy it online. Basically, need just a serial killer to file, and then basically, yakhona kusebenza. But antivirus usually they work for 1 year. After 1 year,
Okay.
you need to buy the license again. Same thing with the
Okay.
operating system. Okay, operating system also now if you are a trial, but one good thing is even if say better the message, let's activate Windows. You are cool about 7 days. But with
Okay.
antivirus, once the 30 days elapse, you can't use it. Once your office for expire 30 days, also you can't use it. Basically, the
Okay.
yes. Okay. Still maybe on the computer hardware. Eh, singabuka-ke, let's say you want to assemble a computer. So let's say computer hardware, just a PC. Sibuka the components that make up a desktop computer. Let's say you just want to buy individual things, especially at the way. A desktop, okay. Okay. Sithe-ke ukuna now lesithi central processing unit, which is also known as the system unit. Angithi?
Mm.
Okay. Inside the central processing unit, kunani? There's a motherboard. Inside the central processing unit, there's the RAM, which I was talking about earlier. Inside the CPU, there's also the hard drive. There's also the DVD ROM. DVD ROM. Naku kulo uyayifaka kuma-DVDs ku-computer.
Okay.
Yes. Inside the CPU, there's also the power supply. Power supply. Uyaye ukhande ukuthi uma beliduma liduma kanti umshini wakho ushiye u-ona. Ngiyo-ke power supply levame ukusha.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. So ma ukhuluma nje ngale central processing unit, uma siyivula le central processing unit, what do we expect to find inside? Kunale motherboard, kunale, okay, I've forgotten one more thing, which is also more important, the processor. Uma sikhuluma ngana kwecala, motherboard and processor, those are the most expensive things. Those are the most expensive things leti khona ku-computer. Uma ngabe kushe le motherboard or kushe i-processor, be prepared to spend a lot of money now.
Mm.
Okay. Then again, sikhuluma system unit, then okay, kunaloku ngaphandle, the keyboard, the mouse, and the LCD monitor. So uma ngabe unaloku, then you have a complete PC. Logo is quite easy. ukwati lokhu kuyaye kube a bit complicated, kuyaye kube yini le software. We will talk more about the software in our next meeting. Namhlanje bengifuna sibuke just the computer hardware. What do we mean by computer hardware? We are referring to all the physical components that make up a computer. Those components that you can see and touch. Then we've given our examples: monitor, keyboard, mouse, central processing unit. And then still under computer hardware, we have to know what affects a computer's performance. We've said the RAM size is very important. The processor size also important. The hard drive size. Hard drive, that is where we store our information. What takes up space the computer in? It depends on the files that you store in your computer. If you are storing your Word documents, CVR container, my letters, assignments, that doesn't take much space. But in that space, a computer, music, yini besides music longacabangi kudla kakhulu space.
Ma-videos.
Ema-videos ngona-ke ladla kakhulu space. Music now better, but movies, if you've got lots of movies in your computer, then you will need to consider buying a bigger hard drive. Okay. Are there any questions before we end our meeting for today?
No, not now, not at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, ngaphandle kokuthi angithuthi le PowerPoint lena utayifaka ku-WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay.
Also mhlambe just on the practical side, ungabuka your computer, ubuke ukuthi how big is your RAM, your processor, how big is your hard drive. Maybe also go around town, ubuke where they sell computers, just look at the specifications. The specification goes not the price. Because people, they only look at the price. Uma ngithi computer yami ingu-7,000 but it's expensive. Ahamba ayothenga nayo ya 2,500. Leya 2,500 buka ukuthi in-2,500 ithini i-RAM yayo, i-processor ithini, i-hard drive ithini, before you decide ukuthi okay, I'm taking this one here 2,000, I'm leaving this one here 5,000 or 7,000. And if you are buying a laptop, it's very important also ukubuka le battery life, because akhona ama-laptops they last for 30 minutes sekude i-battery. Abakhona ama-laptops where you find ukuthi i-battery yakhona it will take about 4 hours solusebenzisa angekho gas. So those are some of the things you need to take into account. Okay. Yes, if you don't have any questions, I think we can call it a day for today, and we'll meet online also next week or Wednesday, and then that week also we'll meet face to face that Saturday. Confirm isikhathi sesitaba ngubani isikhathi. Otherwise, we'll meet online next week Wednesday, and then for face to face, we'll meet that week. I was also recording this. I will send you the link. Maybe if you want to view it again, you can view this conversation again, because there are some of the things like the share. That's how do you see the computer properties. You can need to go through the video again or bonnet. And I'm going to also send you the YouTube link of our conversation so that you can also go through. Okay. I think if would you please remind me if without the link, please remind me so I can forward
Oh,
them to you. Yes.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Tá
Okay.
bom, Rafa.
Okay. Thank you.